Hi Taurus. So this is your monthly reading. So you may check for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, but I highly suggest to check whatever signs you feel most intuitively drawn to, whether it's in your chart or the title of the reading resonates. And also make sure to check out my podcast, The Wheel of Divinity, on anchor.fm. This is where I post daily, weekly, love, and moon transit readings. So more information on The Wheel of Divinity is available down below in the description box, okay? Today we're using New Era Elements Tarot. So what do we have for Taurus in the month of March? Love messages for Taurus. Love messages for Taurus, please. Taurus. Love messages for Taurus. Okay. So 10 of Earth. I feel like abundance is showing up for you in ways that could be somewhat mysterious. And then aspects of that may feel a bit easy. Some of it could come in easily for you. Maybe you see the advantage that you have when it comes to an opportunity. But keep in mind that it's still a learning experience, so don't put your eggs all in one basket. That's what I'm getting so far. Messages for Taurus. Love messages for Taurus. You could be, this could be a new experience for you in some way. Death. And transformative too. You could be unlearning. You could be unlearning some things based off how you perceived it in the past. And now it's creating a full circle. Mother of Water at the bottom of the deck. Let me tap in more here. Somehow you could be gifted with something, and it's almost like a blessing in disguise. It could be a blessing in disguise for you. I don't know if it feels that way for you or if it looks that way, but you come to realize that the way things are unfolding, they are also aligning for you. So it's what's necessary for your growth. It's what's necessary for your development. Not so much on what it is that you want, but through this transition, you're going to be able to connect to something that feels right to you, that feels right for you. And I feel as though it may call for you to unlearn some things. Yeah, it may call for you to let go of some things that you can no longer hold on to. You can't take everything with you for this new experience. And there could be a part of you that knows that. And you're just not saying it. And then for others of you, you could be in denial about that. Tower comes out. Yeah. So there could be some unexpected activity that comes to the surface when it comes to this transition that you're going through. It may feel like a gamble too. Maybe it calls for you in order to experience something new or like emotionally fulfilling in some way, however it's fulfilling for you, it may require you to drop something before picking something else up. You may need to let go of something before you dive into this. Before this is officially presented or offered to you, right? Daughter of Waters in reverse, along with the Hermit in reverse, and 10 of Swords in reverse. So I feel as though when it's like you're trading in something for something else. But I feel like there could be a part of you that doesn't want to let go. It could be a way of living, or the way you perceive certain aspects of life or relationships. And I feel like this energy calls for you to keep in mind that you are also still the student, especially when it comes to new experiences. It may call for you to dive in deeper into your emotions too. The work that you may be called to do right now calls for you to be more honest with yourself. You want others to be honest with you, but are you doing that? Are you doing that with yourself? And are you doing that with others? It may call for you to look back into something that has to do with you in your past. Maybe ways on how you function within a dynamic. Because the Hermit is in reverse, so I feel like this is a lack of internal reflection. It's like you may have visited the ethers in the dream realm, or something came to you when you were asleep, or when you were meditating in some way, when everything was quiet around you, and you gave yourself that room to just think and to feel whatever it is that was coming up for you. But once you felt yourself getting deeper into the depths of your feelings, something could have been coming up to the surface. Something could have started to unfold and show you more of what it is that you needed to feel out and see. And you chose to bury it again. You chose to, or you cut it short because maybe it was a bit too much for you to handle. You felt that way. You felt like, or you convinced yourself in some way that it's not as important. It's not as necessary for you to feel out. So therefore, you don't need it. That's probably what you told yourself. You could have been in some kind of denial. If you're not still feeling that way, I feel like this is more of a past energy, but something could string along from that if you aren't becoming aware of how it is you need to navigate this energy now, okay? So Ace of Fire shows up again. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely significance here within that. And then there's Mother of Fire. I think this is about... Now I'm kind of making connections to the Pisces reading. The title was something like, it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. And I feel like that connects to your energy as well. But there's still something different about it. It's something that's still unique about your own energy here. And I feel like it's something about you having to really go deeper. Like, hold on, let me see. Ace of Water and Temperance. So let's get clarification for this Death card. This Death and Tower. Let's see if we can just get like a duo clarification for these cards, because they're right next to each other. which is definitely speaking about endings, renewals, and unexpected events. How will you handle these unexpected events? Don't feel like you always need to assume that things are created through pain and chaos, or that is the outcome that you have to experience in order to gain more insight or enlightenment about a situation or a dynamic. That's not what it always calls for. And even if if it presents itself a lot of the time somehow, it doesn't mean that that's just, it's not something it's not a primary, like, it's not a primary way of thinking about your future or any future outcome. Like, it's just not. Things happen for a reason, because there are things that we are not seeing within. There are things that we are not fully connecting to within ourselves. So there could be some kind of, so I hear suppression. So now deception comes out, 7 of air, right? So I'm going to put that in between the Tower and Death. So, okay, now I'm seeing this as I'm hearing something, it was for the best. Something was for the best because there could have been a lack of growth there. There could have been a lack of reciprocity, whether it's you or another person. There's no coming together when it comes to understanding and understanding something. There's no growth there. There's no growth development happening there. Which makes more room, which makes more space for your dynamic to learn something new, go in a different direction, and focus on what actually needs your attention. What motivates you in a way that's not going to actually diminish anyone else around you, because there's no reason to actually, like, you don't need to diminish anything around you. Nothing actually has to be taken away for you to feel fulfilled. So I feel like there's a breakdown of you having to go through something. Maybe it could be a bit disappointing, but I feel like there's lessons within this, because there are ways on how you just disappoint yourself too. Like, you sometimes just put yourself in your own box. You sometimes put yourself in your own chaotic shit. So it's not always just it's not just outside sources. It's not the other person. It's what you allow, what you believe in, and how you create that. And how you let the rest of that come into form based off who you are allowing to create it or co-create that. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to pull one more to see what this Ace of Fire is. Let's do a duo confirmation for the 10 of Earth and Ace of Fire. So overall clarification for Taurus. Love messages for Taurus. Love messages for Taurus. Ooh, yeah. 6 of air. So it's like something is leaving you. This could be your perception. Like, it's like it could be dissolving and you feel it. And you're still trying to piece together why and how. But either way, it's leaving you. Or this could be more of a 3D experience where it's like someone is walking away from someone. And it's just for the best, because the energy here is not, there's something about this that I pick up deception, and I pick up lack, some kind of lack mentality. So there's a lack of growth. And I'm hearing back to the basics. I feel like there's something, and I feel like this is your energy. I feel like there's something that someone needs to just go back and reanalyze just for themselves. And they may need to do it alone. Like, it doesn't call for obtaining or trying to possess anything else. You don't need to keep trying to find resources when they are already here. Use the tools that you have. Use the resources that you already have. It is within you. Take apart what you truly need to analyze. And I feel like this really calls for self-reflection. Like that's mainly what's speaking to me. Because we are our own reflections. We are our reflections for others as well. We mirror each other. So I don't feel like this weighs so much on other energies. And even if in some way it does, it still circles back around to you. Mother of Air at the bottom of the deck. Judgment under that. So earth energy, air energy here. Son of Earth, that's you. Look at that, Fool. What is this? Okay. Acceptance. Maybe a form of gratitude and appreciation comes from letting go of something and experiencing something that could feel, maybe you're scared to lose something because it has something to do with your reputation, and you feel like you're going to be looked at differently, or you already feel that way. And maybe you're really trying to control your fate and your destiny, and that's where you keep coming into blockages. Now, mind you, these cards here are heavy, but they're actually quite nourishing for you, because it is what it is. And it's gonna nourish you in a way that's needed. So if it means that it's gonna bring some things up and you're gonna throw some shit up, that's just what you need. Like now I'm getting this very like blunt energy. Like I just need to be blunt, because that's what I'm picking up off this energy. It's like you can't keep trying to control everything. This is for someone. Someone feels the need to like control their fate. And you become awakened with different things that come in unexpectedly for you, because however you were perceiving something, you weren't seeing all of what it was. You just decided to say, hey, this is what it is, and this is a fact. No, this is your opinion. It's still an opinion. It's not how sure you are of yourself that can change someone's mind, and it's somehow a fact. No, it's still your opinion. So it's kind of like someone's getting a bit rocked with this energy of transition and change. And now I'm picking up on someone probably cornering you with questions too. If this is not you doing that to someone, it's almost like, or maybe somehow spirit is doing that to you. You feel like you're being cornered with change. It's change. It's abrupt, but it's highly necessary. It's necessary for your growth. So allow it in, okay? I love you.